You got it. Selectmen's March 4.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Board members, you have Jim from Elm Services here with us today.
Elm Services. That's why I didn't recognize you. I thought it was somebody new moved in town.
At first, I thought it was Derek.
I did too. At first I did too.
All right, well, the agenda is solid waste disposal quotes,
Yep.
review and award.
Board members, you have a spreadsheet from me of all the quotes received.
Yeah.
The low bid is G Mello. Next in line is Elm Services at $78,000. G Mello is at $64,500.
Right.
I note, and maybe Elm Services can let us know, did you have a specific day of the week that you could pick up, Jim? The selectmen were interested in Wednesday,
Yes, I'd be able to continue on Wednesdays.
and I don't have confirmation. G Mello said they would prefer Fridays. And I am expecting that they'll say they can do Wednesday. I have not received confirmation.
Too much destruction for the town would be a little aggravating for everybody, including the selectmen, so I think we try to keep it on Wednesdays, I guess we can. What do you think, Mr. Chairman?
I don't know, doesn't matter, I mean,
Yeah.
And you could add that into your motion, however you want to do it.
Yeah. Before we get into it,
we got a motion right here, Mike.
yeah, I'll make a motion.
Yeah.
All right. To approve Gmail, the disposal corporation solid waste pickup and hauling and moving to residential trash at 3 dumpsters that was the other one. Effective March 7th, 2022, for a period of 1 year for a total price of $64,800, subject to town council approval. Approval contract and be picked up on Wednesdays. And second?
Second that.
Further discussion.
I'd like to thank Lenny for his efforts this past week. Without a truck, he came around in the dump truck, and I know that was a monumentous effort on his part. I appreciate his efforts. That gave us the extra week we needed to get more information from all the bidders. I just think this is in the best interest of the town, and we need to move forward.
I want to concur with what you said, Paul. I think that Lenny stepped up as usual. He's been there doing it for 40 years, so he knows when something has to be done, he gets in and does it. And I appreciate it. I know the neighbors, my neighborhood all appreciated it, so they were all out greeting him. So, you know. Thank you, Lenny.
He'll be available for assistance, questions.
Yeah, he's still our road agent, so I'm sure this will be. We all set to go?
All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Passes.
Thank you.
Good, thank you. Anything changes in the future, please let us know.
Absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for your.
Oh, you
leadership.
have any questions, Martha?
I will.
She
Were there other
got the
bidders, or
element
were there
takes
other
care of
bidders,
us.
or just two? Were there other bidders?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can take that.
Yeah, that'd be great, perfect. Thank you very much.
Nice meeting you.
Enjoy your
Thank
day.
you very much.
Thank you.
Look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
Okay, old business, mass updated for the town meeting.
The police, fire, and health departments have all recommended to the board that there not be a mask mandate for town meeting. They believe the numbers have sufficiently declined that we are good to go not requiring it. However, of course, if someone wants to continue to wear their mask, they're allowed.
Based on the recommendations of those three, along with the state reducing their mask mandate, I move that we reduce our mask mandate for the town hall and all other public buildings
As of today,
as of today. You know, to change in the future with the environment if need be.
I'll second it. I was gonna say the same thing you just said about, it has to be changed, Mr. Chairman. You guys can go ahead and do it, but I think that's a good move. It's good timing for it.
So that motion was for to the town meeting, is it all? Because I
actually, they all changed that. He
Changed
said
that
for all
from today.
town buildings.
Oh, got it, all town buildings, sorry.
Again, for clarification, if some of the other committees and stuff want to still continue where I'm like, I will, they have a right to do that.
Yep.
We don't want anybody to feel hurt here, but, you know.
Anybody has a personal right to wear a mask at any
Right.
time, any place they want, so.
Except for a bank.
I think they're still letting you wear them, as long as you don't have a pistol in your
I
hand.
was in there the other day, it felt a little out of place for a mask in there, you know? But anyway,
Did we have a third issue that we were gonna?
well, we haven't voted on this one
Mentioned
yet.
the Wilson trees, that they need to be,
Certain
right,
height?
certain height.
Yep.
And I know I have discussed with Mr. Wilson 4 to 5 feet, that's the amount, that's the size of the trees from the Christmas tree farm that we've been talking to.
Okay,
And you and Bob wanted, Mr. Flanagan wanted to run it to whichever end the Adams farm.
Yes,
yeah, check with the Adams Homestead, ensure that that's sufficient with them. And then, I think Eric Weiner, our town engineer, talked about a balloon test, that that's the height, what the height of them would need to be, but,
Was there
maybe five footers with a lot of fertilizer and pray for growth, so.
Was there any,
We'll have our meetings over there.
Oh, we just voted to take these off. So I can
Yeah,
take
right,
them.
yeah.
Okay.
You look better, Bob.
I know I do.
well, was there a recommendation from Eric on the size of the trees?
Yeah.
right, that was the size of the Christmas tree that, could come from that
Okay,
farm in
okay.
Londonderry.
But Eric said it was all right.
Okay.
Yes,
And it's,
yes,
and
4 to 5
That's what I was,
feet is
that's what I was
what we've
asking,
been
thank you.
discussing. Yeah.
Okay, leaning towards the 5 foot height.
yeah.
Okay. We have a motion on the floor,
Is there a motion?
for the mask.
No,
We didn't
Oh,
We
vote
did the
on it.
mask,
oh, mask, we did it, didn't we?
yeah,
All in favor?
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought we did.
I did, yeah.
Well, you wanna vote again? Let's do it.
All in favor, Mike?
I'll second it, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
I wasn't sure, just be
I
Be
think
careful.
so.
Right,
Do we need anything on Wilson, just proceed?
No, I think,
I mean, all the
that's,
approvals have been given, so.
yeah, that's just an agreement between the party.
subject to the Adams Homestead approval.
Yeah, I think that's a good adjective, I think that they should be aware of what's going on, too. I don't think it'd be a problem, Eddie.
No.
Any other new business?
No, I'd like to thank all the townsfolk that took part in the candidates night the other night.
Good turn.
There was a good, absolutely good turnout, good discussion. There were a lot of good issues, excellent forum. I'm glad we do that.
Yeah.
Very
I
good.
remember when we first started, it was, I think, my first year on the run. It was interesting.
I thought you had the letters now.
Well, it was the library brought it in forward. That's the first one I went to, it's the first one from number one. And I love to speak in the public, as you know.
Anything else we got, Martha?
There's Mike Donahue, I think you were going to talk to the board eventually,
Oh, yeah.
maybe it's Monday,
No, fine,
about
this is
the
good. You got a minute, Paul?
task force on the,
The wind
Thank
and
you.
the towers over.
right, the state task force.
I'm on that committee. Mike Donahue hasn't missed a meeting. He knows all the plays. He, on the Port Authority, he knows all the people who are in and out. I would recommend that he be the permanent member for consistency on that. Because they said we might have a chance to have 2 members. And I haven't given it the time that I should. But Mike has done it and kept us informed. And I was just thinking, Mike, to get a permanent, he knows all the plays. It would be too hard to have Mike on here as our permanent representative.
Can you put that on the agenda for Monday?
Will do.
It will be more consistent.
Was that the other thing, Bob, you said, oh, there's something else I wanted to,
I can't, there was a third
That's what
thing.
happens when you get retired, you start to think too
I
much.
know. Well, that's what happens when I spend the last 4 days with my grandson.
Oh, don't that make you feel old, huh?
School vacation week, yeah, they had me up at the Dover hockey rink yesterday skating.
Oh, did they?
Oh,
All the legs today?
You skate,
Sure.
you skate, too?
yeah. But the skate time was noon to 2. Well, he insisted insisted on being, the oldest one, Matthias, insisted on being there at noon, and then would not get off the ice until that clock struck 2 o'clock.
I had one of those.
His
yeah.
brother and I were at the gate, the Zamboni was backing out, I said, the Zamboni's coming on the ice. It's not 2 o'clock yet. 2 o'clock struck, he skated over, said, okay, now I can get off. I said, God, he is
Focus.
a limit pusher.
I was like that, in Pierce Island Pool, open at 1:45, I was there until 5:15. They took me out of the pool, that's when I,
The other item I just wanna bring up to the board, I think you all know that Article 17 of the warrant had an error in it.
Yes.
I apologize for that. It stated that the budget committee had not recommended the recreation seasonal director position. It should have said recommended. Eleanor, out of the goodness of her heart, has gone through every town report and crossed out the word not.
Really.
And will, of course, change the
Yeah.
documents for town meeting to say it does recommend,
right.
so, but I
That came
apologize.
up at candidates night, and they
Yeah.
just said that there was an error in the
Yeah.
article,
They accepted
and they just, well, it wasn't a big deal.
No, it wasn't. I didn't think it was
Is
Well,
there any times this
You know, we catch things and correct them, and anything can be corrected right up until the time the
Yeah.
citizens vote.
Luckily, it wasn't the ballot, it was just
Right.
the town meeting, so it could all be explained before.
because you should have human.
It's not on the ballot that they have to change, it's just a procedure thing, really. at town meeting.
All right. I'll call it afterwards.
So we-
So, motion to adjourn is in order,
So we'll
Seconded,
all in favor?
aye,
tell your wife I'll do a rosary for her today.
I will.
Uh,